I want to talk about this, which came out of nowhere for me, I think, and I think came out of nowhere for most people, which is. Let me just remove this. Right, there we go. So, Emily Blunt slamming Hollywood's idea of strong female leads. And I quote, "It's the worst thing ever when you open a script and read those words." Love it.
Now, Script Doctor said you normally don't see that in a script, but then again, I can see somebody putting that in a script that's being sent to a lead actress nowadays, too.
Well, I can't imagine she's got any incentive to lie in any way, shape,
Exactly.
or
That's what I'm
form.
saying. I could see like nowadays them slipping in like a letter in between, the first page and the cover sheet and being like,
Yeah,
your character is a strong woman.
I can believe it. I can believe it. So she goes, Emily Blunt doesn't seem to care for Hollywood's woke characterization of women as the Edge of Tomorrow and Jungle Cruise star, recently revealed that she has no love for the media's recent infatuation with the concept of the strong female lead. And you know what? She probably doesn't like that idea because she played actually good female leads. In The Edge of Tomorrow, she was great in that. She was really, really good.
Doesn't let's say what is the movie that she's in right now? It's out.
I don't know. She's in a few things now, I think.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's another one out right now. That's another one people have been. I can't think of the title, but people are saying it was decent. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's a good actor. I like her as an actor. But she goes, it's the worst thing ever when you open a script and read the words strong female lead. Blunt stated during a recent interview with The Telegraph. That makes me roll my eyes. I'm already out. I'm bored. Very much to the point.
I'm glad someone's saying that.
Yeah, exactly. What everyone else is. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, this is boring. Like, Jesus. It goes to what I've been saying for ages, is that in the interest of diversity and inclusion, everything is the same. Like, we just get you need diversity in programming, not diversity per program, because if you get diversity per program, you get homogenous programming. There are archetypes in every single program, and they're all the bloody same. The stories become the same, and this is what, and they're boring, and this is what she's referencing. You know what's happening there. You know what's happening when a strong female lead is stated. When it's out and out stated, you go, yeah, well, I know what this is going to be then, don't you? And you guys know when you see it in a trailer, you go, yeah, okay, strong female, yeah, right, I know then. It's just ridiculous.
Well, I guess Emily's being a bit blunt here about it, but yeah.
Yeah. But
I got a button for that.
Oh, there you go.
But no, I mean, I'm glad to hear this. It doesn't make a character just to call them a strong female lead or whatever. It's not what makes the character strong, just saying it.
Yeah.
It's through their actions and reactions and how they play into the story. And I just don't get it, because Hollywood never seemed to used to have this problem with writing movies. Once in a while they'd have a lead character that was female, once in a while they'd have a lead character that was male.
Yeah,
it just didn't seem to be that big of a deal back in the day. Now all of a sudden they pay so much attention to it, that it ruins a lot of the time.
Well, because at the very inception point of making the movie, they have literally a checklist that must be met for them to hit certain awards, certain funding. This is just this basic fact, ladies and gents. When we talk about box ticking, that's a fact. They have to hit certain things to appease awards, to appease funding criteria. So they write movies with that intent now. That's why. Whereas before they wrote good characters, and a lot of the times those characters were genderless in the point of conception, right? When they're writing them, they're genderless. It doesn't matter,
right? Well, and of course, Alien, comes to mind when you bring that up, because when they wrote it, they didn't write any of the roles with any specific gender in mind. In fact, they were all written pretty straightforward, where you could put in either or, and it didn't matter. And it kind of also reminds me of this last week here. Tarantino's been, they've been coming after him, but I wouldn't say he's been drugged through the mud or anything, because Tarantino knows how to handle this shit. But, you know, they were like, oh, first of all, they were giving him shit about the Marvel thing. And then from the extension of that, they were going after him for being misogynistic and racist. It's like, time out, hold the fuck on. First of all, go back through his movies, not to mention Kill Bill. Uma Thurman's character is also fairly strong and prominent in Pulp Fiction. Mia. And then also, let's start with Inglourious Bastards. Shauna is a great fucking character. And you love seeing her get her revenge. And she's a very strong, take charge female. But she's also vulnerable in some scenes. So you see many different sides to her. And also there's the German actress that's also in the movie too, that I can't think of her name offhand too. She's a great role as well. You know, that's just one movie. You know, I could go on and on about Tarantino, but I only need one fucking ace up my sleeve, and that is Jackie motherfucking Brown. For Pete's sake. It's like, that kills two in one stone. It's like, are you kidding me? He put Pam Grier in a movie when nobody was talking about Pam Grier.
Yeah.
No, she was lucky to get a side role in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was like her last acting role before fucking Jackie Brown. Then all of a sudden she's in Jackie Brown and she's Pam Grier again. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Pam Grier. I remember her.
I remember that actress.
Yeah.
So Emily Blunt continues and says, those roles are written incredibly stoic. You spend the whole time acting tough and saying tough things. So Blunt then turned to offer a character in BBC and Amazon's history drama, The English Lady Cornelia Locke, as an example of a substantive female character that did not align with Hollywood's virtue signaling. So she goes, she's innocent without being naive, and that makes her a force to be reckoned with. I love a character with a secret, and I love Cornelia's buoyancy, her hopefulness, her guilelessness. Someone with naivety, innocence, you know, but also being a force to be reckoned with as a result of that. And I think that in itself, just when you compare those two things, right? You compare her saying about stoicism, acting tough, other characters having a sort of a semblance of naivety and flaws, basically. You know, she's talking about flaws at the end of the day. And a lot of these new female characters, the archetypes, they don't have flaws. They don't go on. But they're the quintessential Mary Sue's, I guess. They don't go on a hero's journey. They just are. That's it. You know, they just appear and they are. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Good times, I guess.
What was that Western movie that she was in that it had a picture of her holding that revolver? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. The movie I was thinking about earlier was actually not a new one. I was thinking of Cicero. I'm like, oh yeah, I just got that. I haven't seen it yet, and she's in that.
I don't know if that's
the English. That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's in the English. Yeah. So that's a new thing.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Brand new.
So is that a Western actually?
I don't know.
It's been a while since we've had a decent Western. Well, actually, Old Henry was okay, but it was predictable.
But anyway, yeah. So I thought that'd be interesting, nonetheless.